I want to share a story about my I think my third book. Yeah, and that's one of the hardest book I've ever written. Sand from the other side. The reason why it is the hardest one for me is because I'm doing something outside what I'm being known for. It's a book based on depression. Me, if it is a love poem, just trust me, I won't struggle. I won't find it hard to come up with something. If it's life in general, like motivational poetry or what have you, all those ones, they are something I come up with instantly. But this time, I wanted to do something different. Yeah. Almost, I suffer in the sense that because me as a person, I don't want my readers to read because I write. I want them to read and have the feeling, the touch, the essence of what I wrote in my book. That's very particular about me. If I want to write about death, you must feel it to your bone. So when I started, it was great, it was nice, but after I wrote like 10 or 15 poems in the book, I went, I started over again to read. When I was reading it, almost I couldn't feel anything. It was just blank. Ha. Then I knew that if this thing goes out, I'll failed the essence of the book. So what do I do? Now, I remember it was then this guy's song came out, Omale songs, Boy Alone album. Yes. That song, that album, the tone, the setting, the theme is something I needed at that particular point. Depression. One, Olamide album, Carpe Dem, Triumphant, that song, I picked it. Then Juice WRLD music, like I actually embedded myself in that kind of music because I want to feel the experience of being depressed. So when I was listening to those music, those lyrics actually got into me then, and for days, for weeks, I was depressed. Like let me say I was depressed. I started thinking things randomly. Then I started writing again. The shocking thing about this thing is that after I remember one day I locked myself in the room. I wrote for like 10 hours, like a whole day. Then I slept off. I woke up. I couldn't find my files again. As in everything was gone on my system. I was like, ha. Shey, where do I have to like? How would I continue this thing again? Then I picked up myself again. I had to go back to those songs again, and I had to start all over again. But after everything, I'm glad my effort was not a waste because people that got to read those books, they have one thing in their mind. Guy, how do you come about this thing? Sure you get. So that's just the essence of being a writer, to be able to capture your reader's attention, to be able to set the theme, the pace for your content. That's just my own little experience. So I'm very sure more challenging stuff will come up as time goes on, and definitely I will share them with you.